Hey, I'm Expectaz, and in this video I'm going to show you an effect. It's not a reverb, but it sounds like a reverb, maybe something like Mutable Instruments Clouds, and that gives you a really lush sound. I think the reverb, the Air Reverb in the Force is not too good, so that's why I was thinking of how to make a better sound, and I did a video before. You can watch it if you want over there somewhere in the top. I will link it, and you hear that the rich lush sound, but in this video you are also going to hear it. You can skip to the end to hear the preview, or let's just start in and dive in to get the sound that we want. To be able to hear it, I will just create a very simple sound, and in that sound I just want to have the mini D, and I go into the init patch, just a saw, which is a saw, so you can hear the effect properly. What we want to do now is go into the mixer, and we go to the Synths tab, and we're gonna send it to Synth 1. Like in the middle somewhere, like this. And now we are going to create the effect. To do that, you press the master button here in the bottom right of the Force, this button, and then you will see the return channels. So return 1, 2, 3 and 4, but we want to use 1 since that's where I'm sending everything to. We tap the effects tab, and you see I already emptied it, but if it's not empty, you go to inserts, and you can see everything here, and you just remove everything that is in here. So if there is already something there, you just click the trash icon and it's gone. What I found to work is that we put the granulator first, and then we go into a diff delay, and I will show you what is going to happen then. So we're going into harmonic. I think that's where the granulator is. Yes. So that's the granulator, and the next one is going to be the diff delay. This one. And the diff delay is a delay that smudges the edges of everything. So it's not like a hard delay, but you have this option, diffusion. And what I found is that if you use this cloudburst preset, the first one in the list, that it will be very lush already. So let me just mute the granulator first to have a listen what the diff delay is now already doing to the sound. I'm going into my single saw preset, and if we don't use the synths, it sounds like this. This is dry. And now let's just have it halfway up. This sounds already pretty decent. It's not a real reverb, but it sounds a lot better than the reverb itself without too much effort. To make it even better, we go into the master channel again, and as said, we have the granulator there. And if we turn that on and we go play with the settings, I maybe want to have a little bit of longer length, maybe also more density, and let's hear what it is now doing. This already sounds a little bit more lush. We can make the window a little bit bigger. So now first you have the granulator that is smudging the sound a little bit, and then the diff delay, which makes it even more spread. And the fun thing is, and that's what a Shimmer reverb is doing, you can play with the pitch. And if you put the pitch up 12 notes, that's like, yeah, a real Shimmer. You hear it's going up and up and up and up. And this is really wide. This sounds pretty good. And to make it even better, what you can do is go back to the return channels, and what I always like to do in this case is with the modulation, there is the stereo width plugin, and we can go into that one and what I found is it doesn't cause any phase issues. So when you increase the width, even when you have the signal in mono, it does not decrease in volume. So this seems that it is doing some magic here that even makes it better in stereo. So it gets really wide. Listen to this. Now when I disable, enable, we can exaggerate it a little bit more. And this is really long, and yeah, to me this sounds a lot better than the default reverb. You can go play with the settings. For instance, maybe this high damp, you want more damping. Also the mix should maybe be increased because it's a synth, and that might be better or not. Now it seems like it's even a longer tail. You can decrease the feedback here. Or what we can also do, I think this one is a little bit long, and now it's, I think, too much feedback. 100% is, of course, it will stay there forever. Now it's doing crazy stuff, and that's because we have something done with the pitch. Yeah, we want it to 0. You can randomize all these parameters. Maybe stereo-wise there. And just play around until you find something that works for you. If you then are finished, a great tip is to save this as a preset, so you can load it up in every song you want. What you need to do is press the Inserts button on this channel. You go back to this and you see this this floppy disk icon, and there you can save it. And you press Save. By default, it will show up this FX Recs folder, and I can call it Expectaz long. What shall we call it? Clouds. I save it, and when I now have a new song, I can press this button, and then you can load it again. I made other verbs in the past. So, for instance, this one, you see, it's a different effect. This is also a good tip. You can use the pumper to get a kind of sidechain effect. This only uses the diff delay, for example. And what we can do is the same trick. Just go to try that. Go into harmonic and then the Granulator again. And maybe also widen it a little bit, the stereo width. That also works. So that's another tip. You can use the pumper to make it a pump basically. You don't need the Modular ducker for that. You can use the pumper. Or if you want, you can use the Modular ducker. Then when the kick hits, it does this, and when the kick is not playing, it will just play as normal. I hope you like this tip. If you do, please consider subscribing and hit a like. Thank you for watching.